Hello everyone, as you can see it's a really nice hot spring day here at Eggers School. This video we're going to have a look at the C5, we're going to talk about it and then I'm going to take you for a ride in it. So just let me turn the camera around so that you can see. As you can see, we've got an absolute scorching day today for a spring day. And up ahead there you can see the C5 there sitting waiting for us to have a go. So in design and technology we look at famous designers, we look at famous designs, design icons, we look at whether we think the designer has gone for form following function or function following form, and we decide whether we think the design is a good design or a bad design. So we're going to have a look at the Sinclair C5. Now, Sir Clive Sinclair designed this and it went into production in 1985. So January 1985, Clive Sinclair had got together supposedly £12 million to start production. It only actually lasted for 9 months, and production stopped in October 1985 because it was ridiculed. It was considered to be a complete design disaster, really. So let's have a look at it. If we go in and just have a look at a few of the details here, we've got a polypropylene injection molded top. There's two shells actually. There's a shell at the bottom which is polypropylene, which has been injection molded, and the two go together to make the whole body shell. At the time in 1985, it was actually the biggest injection moulding that there was. I think it's been superseded with things like wheelie bins now, which must have massive mould tools, but at the time it was an extremely large moulding. How much would it cost you? £399. Remember, this is 1985, so quite a while ago. You'd have to pay £29 for delivery as well. Top speed, looking at, on a good day with the wind behind you, perhaps going downhill, 15, maybe 20 mile an hour on a good day. Probably seems a lot faster when you're in it. Like most vehicles, when you're close to the ground, it does seem to be quite quick. Let's just go round and have a look underneath. It is an electric vehicle, it's battery powered. This one actually hasn't got a battery, can't get hold of a battery at the moment, but the battery goes down there underneath the handlebars. The battery powers a 250 watt washing machine motor, and because it's quite a low power motor, that actually meant that you could go on the road unlicensed. So you could actually take this vehicle and then plod down the A31 on the way to work in it, which is pretty scary really, isn't it? Problems with it, okay, the first problem is of course it only takes one person. One of the problems was that in cold weather it reduced the battery life. So normal battery life you could probably get in the summer when the weather's quite warm, you could probably get about 20 miles out of it. In the winter the cold weather would reduce the battery life, you could probably go down to about 10 miles, so not very good really. The main concern, of course, was safety. Now, if you're toddling down the A31 in that, you'd be a little bit worried about getting squished by lorries and vans that just don't see you. So there was a visibility problem. To get round this, Clive Sinclair came up with a solution. Not much of a solution, to be honest, but at the back here you've got two holes, and he came up with the idea that perhaps if you have a flag sticking out the back, you're going to like this, like so. Okay, that would mean that you would be seen. Not quite sure whether that actually solves the problem. I mean, if you're going to be roadkill, I guess it means you're going to be roadkill with a flag sticking out the top, so people are going to find you a lot more easily. So that's how you got round that problem. Let's have a look underneath. If I can show you this with my camera. Okay, quite a nice piece of engineering there. 3 wheels obviously, so perhaps a little bit unstable, but you can see there we've got the gear chain. There's a jockey wheel down there going to the rear sprocket on the rear axle there. Lights at the front, lights at the back. You could actually buy indicators as an optional extra. pedals in there just to get you going. There's a button on the handlebars. The handlebars go underneath your legs, so there's a button that you would press to get the motor to kick in. 2 standard cable brake levers there, just like the ones you'll get on your bike. Let's have a look at the back. There's a little boot here which is key locked. Just let me undo this. Okay, there's a rain cover in there at the moment, but as you can see, not an awful lot of room in there. You could probably get a round of sandwiches in there for lunch, and that's about it. Okay, I think that's everything. Made about, there's a bit of debate about this, but in the 9 months of production there was perhaps between 12,000 and 17,000 of these actually made. Towards the end of production they couldn't sell them, they couldn't get rid of them, nobody wanted them, so you could go down to Comet or Laskey's, if you remember Laskey's, and pick one up for £130 just because they wanted to actually get rid of them. At the end of production, Clive Sinclair had actually spent 22 million on the whole cost of setting up and production, so it's a serious investment. So let's have a go then. I feel like Jeremy Clarkson now on Top Gear. So I'm going to step into it. I was thinking about strapping the camera to the vehicle, but I think I'll just try and hold it. Pedals down there. The first thing that strikes me is that there's no adjustment here. The pedals are fixed and the seat is fixed. Now I'm 6 foot and I'm struggling a little bit here to get in. Okay, 15 mile an hour. I reckon pedal power I can get at least 70 mile an hour out of this. So here we go. This is good. Difficult to steer with one hand. I'm going to go around the corner. It's 3 wheels, so I need to make sure I don't roll it. Okay, nice bit of hill here. Right, really tonking now. Must be doing at least 100 miles an hour. Right, I need to be careful about the cars reversing here. I'm okay though, I've got my special safety flag at the back. Oh, a bit bumpy on this bit. Really tonking along now. Oh, up on 2 wheels I think there. Okay, let's just turn around. There's double yellow lines here, but I'll park here anyway. I don't think there's a traffic warden around. Okay, so that is the Sinclair C5. Design icon, design disaster, both perhaps. Good design. Did he get it right? Well, he didn't get it right, did he? Because it was only in production for 9 months. Maybe he got his target market wrong. What was his target market? Perhaps he should have designed it for a different purpose rather than road use. It's quite a collector's item now. You can pick them up on eBay. Pristine ones go for a lot of money. There are people that collect them. There are lots of people that have got owners clubs and they do rallies and so forth. So that's the Sinclair C5. Thanks for listening.